Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you from the cigar cave in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast,
the cigar show for the community by the community.
A forum that talks stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle.
If you're looking for ratings, negativity, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place.
Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us
at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group
or contacting us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
Here we go again. It's holiday time.
Happy holiday.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Yeah, I changed octaves.
Like,
so
pick a side, any side.
I choose not to.
All right, it's your choice. Your body, your choice.
Something like that.
Something along those lines, huh?
How was your Thanksgiving, sir?
How was yours first? You had like a typical Thanksgiving. Mine was a little awkward.
Mine was a little atypical, actually. So I have a great tradition of going to my in-laws, which is Uncle Artie and Aunt Judy. They're the bestest. I love them. I found out. So typically, here's what happens. We show at 3, do the frying of the bird. Drop the bird in the fryer. There's a baked and there's a fried. So the wife likes to drink. I'm traditionally the DD, which I'm cool with because anybody out there that's married knows that a drinking wife is a less objectionable wife.
Yes.
Right? She's a little more open to saying yes. So I got no problems with that. However, kind of, start to feel like, man, I wish I could imbibe a little. So I kind of nailed down a secret recipe a few years ago. I go and get loaded the first hour, coast till dinner time, sober up at dinner, get through game time, all that shit. Sober as a bird by the time it's time to go.
Bird, huh?
Yeah.
No
so this year, I messed up. So
what'd you do?
So I was drinking the one of the Smoky Mountain moonshines, the coffee flavored one, right? The jar.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Well, so they taste so good, and like it's like 20% alcohol. So I'm like, that's not too bad, right? So the first 45 minutes I'm there, I drank the whole fifth. Not only did I drink the whole fifth, I showed up not having eaten anything. And usually there's hors d'oeuvres and shit out. So I went up to grab something to pre-pad. And it was just like M&M's. So I grabbed a handful of M&M's. I'm like, yes, we'll do, I guess. And I go down and I just spank this jar of moonshine, dude. And
straight to the head, huh?
Yeah, then I had I did have a little bit of the Aladino bourbon as well. I was sharing that with Uncle Artie. And yeah, dude, it was not good. It's not good. I got real wasted real fast. And then dinner came and I ate and it did not help.
Did not.
No, it's too late to soak anything up. It all just went straight through. So it was bad, dude. I ruined my own Thanksgiving. I don't think I ruined it for anybody else. I got yelled at for swearing once or twice at the dinner table.
But nothing too
no, just, yeah. I wasn't totally obnoxious, but I was chiming in. I'd just be sitting there eating, and somebody started talking about somebody. He was like, "Yeah, fuck that guy." Meanwhile, my wife's stepfather's mother's there sitting across from me. She's 97 years old. I'm out there dropping F-bombs.
She did not take well to
sweet
that.
Little old lady, and she didn't seem offended, but my wife wasn't happy with me, reasonably so.
Yeah,
but I didn't do anything too bad. But yeah, I kind of had to segregate myself off and try to sober up. Some purging was involved, and some hiding in dark room. Basically, I finally sobered up 20 minutes before we left. But I was just come on, man, go. I threw up. What do you want from me? Go away, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't like being really drunk,
right?
Because I don't deal with it well. I don't feel well.
Yeah, you don't like the sensation.
I like partying on the edge. I can kind of cross over a little bit, but my calculations were off.
Mistakes were made.
I was like, this is a light drink, man. This is a sweet, easy drink.
Yeah, all that sugar, man. That sugar and alcohol mixture just crushes.
Well, also, I didn't realize that was a full 750 milliliter fifth.
Yeah,
that's a lot of booze, dude.
To
crush in 45 minutes with no food in your system. It was no bueno.
Yeah, not fantastic. Not the best choice Corey's ever made.
No. Yeah, I messed. I didn't mess anybody else's day up, but I messed up mine. So now I learned. I know better.
Yeah, well, at least you learned from it, right?
I did.
That's all you can be expected to do.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very solitary Thanksgiving, which I missed my kids and all that. So my wife and kids went up to Massachusetts to visit her brother, which is our Thanksgiving tradition. And they left yesterday morning. I got some stuff done around the house, and then I went to the shop, worked at the shop all day. Came home, and I cooked myself a New York strip that was serious. It was nice. It was fantastic. Had a steak to myself, quiet house, watched a little bit of just TV with nobody yelling at me, hung out with the dogs, went downstairs, threw up Facebook Live, was on there for a while, hanging out with people. That turned into a nice little herf that we had going for a bit, which you were able to stop by for
I was
a
there.
little while.
I was like, hey.
Yeah, he was like, oh, hey. But yeah, did that. That was my Thanksgiving. Just very straightforward. Was going to go a couple places and then just finally figured, you know what, I'm just going home. I want to enjoy quiet. I don't get quiet very often. So
you should have took up my invitation. You might have been there to be like, hey, that's not a good idea.
That would have been really fun. I am kind of upset that I missed that.
I was a mess, dude.
But it sounds like you did that early enough that I wouldn't have been there anyways. Like, yeah, I was at the shop till like 5.
But that's the thing. I did it early, but the first hour I was fine. It was like, dinner time where I was like, this is not going away.
This is
not fun.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, it was like post dinner after eating. And what it was, he was like, I didn't have any pop with me. I was drinking water to try to sober up after my dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I need to burp, but there's no carbonation to help
you.
And I'm like, if I burp, I'm just going to blow.
Yeah.
It was very clear that the only option was it was going to have to come up. And I was like, I don't care for this at all.
Yeah.
I was trying so hard to just soak it up.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Anything else good this week, though?
Yeah, it's been just kind of a little bit of hanging home. I've been on vacation. So
nice.
I got to go visit my boy Ian out at his place in Latrobe. Got to peep the leather shop in the garage, which was cool.
Nice.
So we consigned him to make my Christmas present, which is... he showed me pictures of this awesome bag he made for somebody for a baby shower. And I was like, yo, I'd love one of those as a laptop bag.
Yeah.
And so after consulting with the wife, she approved that that's going to be my Christmas present.
Hell yeah.
And I go out there. He has the pieces cut. He didn't stamp it all yet or sew it all together, but he's like kind of showing it to me. And I'm like, this doesn't look right. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, like the measurements look a little small there, Chief. What's this thing? What's the width? He's like, yeah, I was looking, I think it's going to squeeze. And so he measures it, and like the foundational piece of leather is like 12 inches thick, wide, not thick. But I'm like, I sent you the measurements, the specifications for my laptop. It's 14 and a quarter by 10.
Yeah.
14 and a quarter does not fit into 12.
12, yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, but when we put the sides on, it's going to bend. And I'm like, yeah, so maybe I could get the laptop in and nothing else. I'm like, I got to carry the mouse. I got to carry the power supply. He's like, yeah, I was thinking it was kind of small, and I thought maybe I should ask you. I'm like, yeah, like
maybe you should.
I was like, I don't feel like a dick here because you already got the cut pieces cut. He's like, well, I'll just make that anyway, and somebody will buy it. I'm like, okay, cool, because there's no bueno, man. Like, my idea is I'm going to roll into a cigar shop with this to do the show, pull out my bag, my stream deck, all that stuff out of the bag.
And display,
and people are gonna be like, that's fucking cool, where'd you get that shit? But I'm like, that's like too small, dude. He's like, okay, so we found he had that pattern, and it's like a sewing pattern. If you ever seen anybody like sew clothes, there's a pattern you pin it to. And he's like, I just tried to blow it up, and I got like 10% more out of it. I couldn't do more than that. And I was like, that was not enough.
Maybe some more, bud. Maybe step it up a bit.
So I've showed some examples of his work before with some of the 2-finger leather cigar cases that he's made for me to give away to you guys. But this little man purse was just leather that he was working with to try to see how this leather was going to work before he started making my bag. And this was so badass. I was like, I need this too. It's my man purse. So you got like room for a flask in the back, cigars in the main compartment, all my accessories up front.
Hell yeah.
Extra gun magazines, whatever you need, you know?
Yeah, dude, that's
Concealed
sweet.
carry bag.
Little go bag. Just a little go bag. Grab it and roll. You got all your toys.
Yeah. So he actually did. He has started my humidor as well, which did I show you pictures of that yet?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
So have you ever seen like they're traditionally the ones that I've seen the most of are the little Cohiba. They're like a 4-finger wood inlaid with a leather outside and a zipper. They fold up a compartment on the left for your cutter lighter, your humidification, and then a tray for 4 cigars.
Yeah.
So I just bought the cheapest one I could find on Amazon for $30 and sent it to him because he was a little worried about how he would make the zipper fit and stuff. So I said, why don't I just send you one? You deconstruct it and use the leather to match the bag you're making for me.
Nice.
So he did that. So he's got all the dragon scale punched into the top already.
Oh, shit.
So just need to wrap the sides with leather. I got him put a little loop on the top with a clip. So you clip it on your belt loop, or there's going to be like a D-ring on the actual bag. Nice. So I could clip them together and shit. But it's going to be pretty dope, man. I'm really looking forward to it. Ian does some awesome shit.
Yeah, that's great, man.
I actually sold a couple of commissions. Well, not commissions, consignments. Dave's going to have him make a top hat, like a slash top hat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Evan's going to get a dragon scale guitar strap.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. So those deals are both worked out. I'm just waiting to get measurements from those guys and send them over.
Figure out what they want.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, dude. I'm excited to see the top hat. That's going to be wild.
Oh, yeah. It's got like the conches in it or something like that. Those metal things that he has.
Yeah, so just like a slash one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what Dave wants.
Nice. Cool, man. I had a busy week, I guess. So I got the humidification ordered. I got the HVACs for the humidor in. So I got the wall units for the split unit to go in. I got those. And then I got the permit. So I'm allowed to build. I'm allowed to work in there now. So that's why
12 months later.
Yeah, 1 year later. That's why I finally I didn't go to Massachusetts just because I have the permit. I'm going to get at it. So
pitter patter.
Let's get at it. Got the electrical room cleaned out. I had a lot of stuff in there, and figured out most of my pathways for my electric. And then I got the service main run today. I got the test outlet that goes next to the box. I got that installed. Let's see. I got that. The humidification will be in hopefully tomorrow because I really don't feel like waiting until Monday. And then Monday the doors are getting put on, or no, Tuesday the doors are getting put on. And then I got some help that's going to be out next week. So hopefully we have the walls up for the humidor, all the drywall on the inside of the humidor done. Because you have to leave it open for the inspector.
Yeah.
Switch cameras. You have to leave it open for the inspector to be able to see the backside to see how you routed I thought you hit it too. There you go.
I didn't know I was on that one. Yeah. And why was it right at my face? I thought I had it lined up for the background, but I guess I'm just in there. Yeah. I was trying to show the new background in the little cigar ship and so forth, but I guess it wasn't as zoomed in as I thought it was.
Not quite as much.
No.
But I got a lot that's going on. But when you do this, you got to have, like, you can do each individual inspection if you want. So, like, you can frame it and then call the inspector. You can have them come back out for when you run the electric. Then you can have them come back out for the drywall. And that's a really good way to piss off your inspector. So we're going to try and get as much of it ready as we can. The only thing I got to figure out is the bathroom, because I want to get a functional bathroom in there. That would be nice. I mean, I have water. I don't really, have an issue there. So I'm trying to get the inspector in, get the bathroom as fast as possible so I can start getting that put together. And yeah, I think we're good. I mean, I'm hoping, by mid-month we're ready for the final inspection, and then there's going to be a whole lot of getting cigars moved in, getting the final orders put in, getting it put into place, letting things acclimate to the new environment, and should be good for the beginning of the year right now, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm ready for it to be.
So that New Year's party's gone to the wayside, hasn't it?
If we can get it to happen, it'll happen, but it's going to be a far stretch.
Sorry.
I mean, I should be able to get the occupancy permit before I'm ready to open the shop, so that's good. I should have all of the bureaucratic bullshit out of the way before the shop's actually ready. I mean, at this point, the biggest problem is going to be getting the cigars in the humidor and letting them acclimate. I got some totes on order for at home because I've been rotating certain boxes in and out of humidification because I'm just out of ways to keep them humidified. I mean, I have them.
We've talked about that.
Yeah. I think I have
set up an extra humidor at Casa de Banks.
I think I have 9 boxes that like I constantly like rotate in and out with other stuff, and they're big ass boxes too. They're thin, but they're like really long.
The cigar cave could use a commercial humidor.
Yeah, that's the other thing is I need to get the electric going because I have that humidor. I have the one that's going to be for flavored cigars at the shop, so I want to get that turned on and I could start storing stuff in there. Then I'll have extra space. And then after that, it's just calling people and getting them ordered, getting them in, getting the humidor laid out, which my guess is, and my hope is less than 10 times I reorganize it before I open. Because I'm just going to like, the first time I do it, I'm just going to throw everything in there.
Well, you kind of have to.
And then I'm going to move it around and it's going to be interesting seeing how I have a layout in my head for like what I'm going to have, but there's certain stuff I'm not sure what I'm ordering yet. So it makes it difficult to figure out.
Sure. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and get into the show proper here, as it were.
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the burg, the house has something for everyone. You want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
Unless you are at Just a Tip Cigars.
Yeah, which is who actually provides
this week, the Just a Tip Cigar of the Week. We constantly talk about the fact that I need to create a commercial.
Yeah.
But that requires some input from old Sammy Boy, as it is his. But anyway, the Just a Tip Cigar of the Week is the ADVentura Conqueror. Or is it the ADVentura?
Yeah.
The way they capitalize everything at the beginning.
We've been on their emails. They call themselves ADV.
Yeah. So it's the ADVentura, the Conqueror, 5x50 Robusto. I never did correct that because I got that information a hair on the later side. It was in time, but I didn't get it corrected. It's got a H2000 Ecuadorian wrapper, so it's going to be a Habano 2000. The binder is from Indonesia and fillers from Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. This is the information that we got from ADVentura. The goal for the Conqueror was to create contrast with blends, but still flavorful. They had a bit of edge and more rustic feel to them with this very dark chocolate and salt notes versus nowadays where we strive for a more round, harmonious smoke. If you've had the Navigator, which is the blue label, you can taste exactly what I mean. That's what they say, not me.
Yeah.
Because I haven't. We use tobacco that has 6 years of age and ferment in-house, the Ecuadorian wrapper to soften just a touch of that edginess. For us, the best pairing with this cigar is a peated scotch, which Sam has, or a scotch where the barley is grown very near to the seed to really support the salt notes of the cigar.
Hell yeah. Ooh. So I can tell you, just smell it, and you like after you take a hit or take a sip of it too. But like it really is a great pairing. It's a really good, and they don't really contrast either. They're good complementary. What'd you break?
Nothing as far as I know, but that does not necessarily mean anything. It could be broke.
We're still live. We still got that video. We're good.
Yeah, I've done this before, but I don't really know how.
Yeah.
So I got the preview up. So let me see. You can talk a little bit.
So next time we do an ADVentura on here, we'll do the Navigator, and I'll bring the Navigator and the Conqueror so we can actually compare them and kind of see what she was talking about here. We'll do side by side. I was going to bring the Navigator this time, but we're a little short on time, so I figured having 2 cigars is going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. So
how do we go down to 1 live viewer when both of us are viewing?
I'm still showing 2. So I don't know. It's fine.
They don't like us.
It's Good Friday. Everybody's just probably late.
Good Friday? It's Black Friday.
Black Friday. That's the one.
Yeah. A little different.
Yeah.
So
the turkey died, not God.
Well, Black Friday, do you know what the meaning is?
Yeah, it's when their books go from red to black.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
not for you.
No,
not this year.
God, no.
Probably not even next year.
Even if
maybe 3 or 4 years.
Even if we're able to go into the black next year, I'll make sure that we don't. Like, I want to put the improvements back in the shop, expand the humidor, put the patio in, put the bar tops in for the outside, all that. So
yeah,
I have a lot of expansion plans already written up and ready to go. So as
Yeah, you
things
do.
progress, we're going to be changing a lot. I will say I'm pretty pissed at the building manager. I finally got to see what doors they ordered for the place, and they're god awful. They just they look super cheap, and I'm 99% sure the township's going to come in and shut me down because of it, because they're not going to be ADA regulation.
Well, I mean, you don't have everything built yet. There's a Walgreens over here. It just closed down. There's a much bigger lounge potential.
Where at?
Right on the corner at 88 Bethel Church.
Oh, that one closed.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know.
It's like the newest one in this area.
Yeah.
And they closed it.
Wow.
So must have. We kept saying when they were building it, like, why are they building another drugstore?
Right.
The only things they build in this neighborhood are drugstores and grocery stores. There's like 15 grocery stores within 3 square miles of this place,
You have a
dude.
lot.
The yuppie grocery stores in this area too, like they're all yuppie ones, like
Yeah.
Fresh Market and Joe's
Whole
and
Foods.
Whole Foods and Fresh Market and like
Yeah. And then you got the old Shop and Save, which is where everybody still goes right there.
Shop and Save, 2 Giant Eagles within like 1 mile of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's another Shop and Save like a mile away in Castle Shannon. They're just, you could throw
Fresh time.
Yeah, you throw a dart at a map of like
you're gonna hit a grocery store here, dude.
dude.
It is really bad. I never thought about that.
I mean, zombie apocalypse. We got plenty of grocery stores to rent. Plus, there's an Aldi down there too.
And but you guys really don't have any like bars around here, though, do you?
Yeah, a couple.
Do you?
Yeah, right there up around the corner. You got the Brewsters. There's Helmet Heads in there.
Okay.
There used to be another bar in there. It didn't do well. I guess it's gone. But then there's there's a few. They're around. Most importantly, we got House of Feruza down the road.
Yeah.
That's not like an open bar, but if you
But it's a
know the
place to go.
secret handshake and you want to pay that monthly fee, man, it's
Shake and tickle.
dude. That's a cool place to go, man.
I got to get down there and see it.
I took my kid in there to get a haircut, and you walk in and it just smells like not bad, but old.
Yeah.
Like it smells like colognes that my grandpap must have worn or something.
Yeah.
It's just very cool, very nice. They treated me like royalty. When I was in there, dude, it was so cool.
I just read the comment that Colby posted. Oh my God, oh my God, guys, you'll love this. Our new puppy just locked Pam out of her car.
That's impressive.
How do you get locked out of your car by a dog?
Especially these days. I guess it's not one of like the cars made in the last 10 years because most of them have like the keyless entry where you just walk up and touch the handle and it opens and shit.
My car doesn't have that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But still, yeah, let's. Wow.
A lot of people could unlock them with their phone and
Yeah,
whatnot.
there's so, like 8,000 ways to get into your car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Puppy is not one of them.
Puppy is not
Apparently.
supposed to be part of that setup.
But yeah, dude, they took real good care of me. It was cool. My kid was getting his hair cut, and I think it's Preston, Sam's like assistant there, like rolled in and got me a draft beer.
Nice.
Mad Elf beer while I was sitting there watching my kid get his hair cut and stuff. And like you walk in and immediately there's a humidor under the sales cabinet. So you could just walk in and be like, yo, give me one of these while I get my ears lowered.
My ears lowered. Nice.
Yeah, dude. It's a pretty dope place. We're going to have Sammy on here, the other Sam,
Hell yeah.
come in and talk about it. Cause I think it would be cool just to, hear what a 4th generation barber has to say about that business and stuff.
I was, there's a place in Washington. It's Barbier or Barbare or whatever, something like that. And I went in there and he's like, it's like a 50-minute wait. I'm like, all right, well, I'm here, like, whatever. So he hands me an Xbox controller, hands me a glass, points to the kegs, and he's like, yeah, man, go to town. Like, just hang out.
You were like, you could get a couple people ahead of me if you want to.
What? And he's like, yeah, like, that's their thing. So then they ended up being on the news, like national news, because a woman came in and he refused to cut her hair. He's like, I'm a barber. I don't know how to cut your hair. And she's like, what? And he's like, this is men only. Like, we don't know how to cut your hair. We do.
I don't want to mess it up.
And that's what he's like, I'll recommend you a couple places. And he's like, hell. And I guess she raised a big fuss. And I think he even offered to pay for her haircut somewhere else because he couldn't do it. Like, he wasn't trying to be an asshole.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not excluding you. I don't know how to do that.
So I talked to the guy. I went there before that happened. So then I came back again and I was like, I got to ask. And he's like, dude, it was the best thing to happen to my business. He's like, I got people coming from like 200 miles away just to stop in and check the place out. It was great. He's like, I was so mad at her. Now I'm so happy.
Glad he didn't get canceled.
Yeah.
I hate the way this
Nowadays
shit
he probably would have. Because I mean, that was
works.
probably 15 or 16.
Oh, yeah.
So Yeah. But nowadays he'd be, how dare you not cut
this
her
place
hair?
is cool. It was such a weird, surreal thing, dude, because I really had that Tim Taylor experience going on. Because when I was setting up the appointment, I was like, yo, man, I need to get my kid. First of all, I said, hey, man, I need to make an appointment for haircut. And he looked at me up and down. He says, eyebrows or chin? And I'm like, come on, man, my kid.
Why you gotta be like that?
He's like, okay. He's like, when do you want it done? I was hoping for Tuesday or Wednesday. And he goes, oh, well, normally we book like a week out. And I said, yeah, I've called in before trying to get him in here. And you've told me, I've just told you the same thing. And so I kind of knew that, but I just figured I'd take a shot.
Yeah.
He's like, no, man, I'll get you in. He says, when you called in, you should have told him who you were. I says, who am I? Like, exactly. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
He says, oh, man, no, of course. We'll get you in. And so it was awesome, dude. He got me in for Tuesday. Perfect. Dude, the kid's hair's never looked so good.
Nice.
It's such a nice cut. Like, he cut it messy so that he wouldn't have to style it at all.
Yeah.
Just wake up and like run your fingers through it and it's good to go. So yeah, looks like a respectable young man. I gave him like the prep talk before we went in. I'm like, listen, dude, this is a man's barbershop. Okay. So you go in, you stand up straight, you reach out, firm grip,
Shake his
handshake.
hand. Yep.
He's gonna, and I says, introduce yourself. Tell him, my name's there. Open your mouth, enunciate, you project.
Yeah.
All right. And he says, okay. So we go in, he calls him back. First thing he does, Sam reaches out his hand and says, hey, I'm Sam. And Aaron was prepared for it, ready to go. He says, I'm glad you told me that. So yeah, man, it's a man place,
Yeah.
They got like die cast 50s cars on the wall and shit,
cool.
like the Corvettes and Caddies and stuff like that. It's just a neat place.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was a neat experience just to be like, oh, I felt like I was somebody for a brief glimmering
For
moment.
a brief moment. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so it was nice, man.
So what do you think of the cigar so far?
It's burning a little quick.
Yeah.
But I like it.
And they've been at 70%, so they're not dry. But it's definitely a fast burn, but it's not a loose cigar. Like, I mean,
No. It's not a bad fast burn, man.
No,
like,
but it is.
There's different cigars burn different paces. I would rather have a cigar that burns a little bit quick, that has a great draw, good smoke production, nice flavor. Like, I hate that, dude. Yeah. I hate when you get like a milkshake cigar. You ever have one of them? You're like drawing on it, and this little puff of smoke comes out.
Dude,
like,
that's the worst.
You're working too hard for that, dude. It's supposed to be relaxing.
Yeah, no, you're right. The smoke production on it is fantastic. It is a little bit fast burn.
Yeah, so I would definitely go for a bigger platform. I'd go for maybe a Toro.
Yeah.
But I think bring gauge, everything out. Taste is great. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right on my alley. How about you? How's it pairing?
Dude, the pairing is great with the peated
Corey's
scotch.
selection's getting a little bit low.
Yeah. Well, I even asked you. I'm like,
Podcast isn't bringing the money.
I was like, hey, you got peated scotch, and you're like, yeah, I got something. I don't have much, but I got something. I'd have grabbed.
Did I lie?
No, you had.
I had something.
You had something.
It's almost gone.
I took like one little sip of that guy.
Yep.
And that's what we got.
Yep.
But nah, it's doing the trick. It's enough that I get to taste it and, compare against each other. And I really wasn't in the mood to drink. I had like 4 beers last night, and I felt like I drank a case of beer last night when I woke up this morning. So apparently we're getting old or something.
What?
Yeah. But I love like these guys, when on their wrappers, they put QR codes, and I don't know what this one goes to. I should have thought about that, but I know some of them, like, you'll go to the website or whatever it's connected to, and it'll be Henderson talking about, the cigar and what he thinks of it and how they came up with it, and you get backstory on it and fun stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's really cool. What's up, Mr. Perry? And then pull the box over real quick.
Oh, no.
Dude, they're
Colby says that Pam's phone is in the car.
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, with the dog?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, I hope the dog makes a bunch of long distance calls. Is that even a thing anymore?
I don't think so, sir.
Yeah.
I think it's just roaming.
Just roaming.
I think roaming replaced long
Roaming
distance. So
charges.
as long as your phone isn't long distance away, you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
yeah, Rover's roaming.
I don't quite know. I don't pretend to. But so now that we got some kids in the audience, how do you feel about the new lovely background?
Dude, I dig it.
My Zycar lockbox used to be in the basement room, the more man cavey room.
The man cave.
And it was like back in the corner, and I had to put it up on a milk crate to get high enough to be accessible, and so it would always shake.
Yeah.
So you'd open the door and like all the lighters would tip over.
Oh yeah, that'll piss you off.
You didn't even want to go in there. So I was like, I'm
solid.
going to put it somewhere that I might actually go in and out of it a little bit more often and like have it be a little bit more of a cigar oriented background in the cigar cave.
No, I like it.
Also, my daughter kind of criticized me for putting up the one chip challenge thing on the toolbox there. I said, well, they didn't give you an option for I failed the one chip challenge,
right?
Or give me one that said I took the one chip challenge. This is the only one we had.
Yeah,
I said, we did it. I beat Sam. Damn it, I can put it up anyways. You know?
Oh yeah. No,
adding to the stickers. If any of y'all got stickers up there that you want in the background of the cigar cave, send them our way. We'll throw them up. Fun. Yeah, for sure. So,
yeah, man. Pull the box over real quick. I want to display this while you talk, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it in like battle mode. I don't know.
It's such a cool box.
It's so awesome. Yeah. I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do with the cigars, but I thought it was funny, so I did.
You gotta let me get an empty.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We'll do something cool. Set it up in
here.
Maybe we'll put some sails on it, like just the tip sails.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So, some fun.
Like a silhouette of just a man bending over for surrender.
Oh, I dig it.
I can't get this off without hitting any buttons. Go. All right. Now let's go to the close-up cam and let's talk about the news. It's time for the cigar news, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode. So obviously I can't make that many buttons, but I wish I had one right now for the "you suck my battle" shit.
Something wrong with
be appropriate. There's a lot wrong with me, sir. Yes, sir. It's time for the news. First on the list, EP Carrillo Allegiance is now heading to stores. The Allegiance was launched at the 2022 PCA trade show, and this is the first EPC branded cigar not to be produced at Tabacalera La Alianza. There you go. Allegiance is produced at Oliva's Tabiosa factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. The blend features an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper over all Nicaraguan binder and filler. The Vitolas also have size names finalized. So we got a 5x50 Sidekick, a 6x62 Confidant, and a 6 7/8 by 54 Wingman. Then finally, a 6 1/4 by 58 Chaperone. I don't know why we can't just stand.
Why can't we just call the names what they are? Please, for the love of God.
I mean, yeah.
Like from this size to this size is this. From this to this should be like that.
It'd be nice. Yeah. There's already enough variations, but like, come on now.
Yeah, it's too far out already.
Each is packaged in a 20 count box. This is the second project from EPC and Oliva that are being done together in 2022. Oliva Cigar is also launching the Cuba Aliados by Ernesto Perez Carrillo Jr. We got two Cigar Dojo releases coming from Drew Estate. First up will be the new Undercrown Maduro to commemorate the Cigar Dojo's 10th anniversary. That's another thing that I hate. There's so many Undercrowns. We couldn't have just called it something else.
Yeah. Well, there's not anymore. They cut a bunch. Well,
maybe that's why they had to make room for all the other ones.
All the new ones coming out.
For Christ's sake. Secondly, the Undercrown Sun-Grown Dogma is making what could be a last return for some time. First released in 2014 as a small batch limited production, sold initially through Smoke Inn. The 6x56 box pressed Gran Toro features a San Andreas Mexican wrapper, Connecticut stock cut Habano binder, and a combination of Nicaraguan and Brazilian Monofina fillers. Dogma is based off the Undercrown Corona Viva. It's got like some weird exclamation points happening there.
So I just learned what that's about.
Okay.
So because I'm taking Spanish, trying to like learn some of this stuff. So when the reason for the upside down one in the front is because the way that you say the word changes the meaning of the word a lot of times.
Okay.
So like, viva, viva or viva, like that's supposed to be a viva. And that's just to let you know before you read the word what it's going to be enunciated like.
Well, you got you got like an upside down exclamation in the beginning and a right side up exclamation at the end. So I thought it was like depressed in the beginning, excited at the end.
No, not so much.
Yeah. It's kind of like having sex with me. In the beginning, it sucks, but once it's over, you'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm just glad to finish.
Casa 1910 Cigars announced its third collection, the Soldadera edition. That's my opinion.
I think that's good. I think that was good.
It's a cigar line of 3 distinct blends that pay homage to the women of the Mexican Revolution. The 3 blends are
Homage.
being offered. I say what I want to say, damn it.
I do what I want.
Presented in 10-count boxes or 25-count bundles, the Casa 1910 was taking pre-orders for those retailers attending the Casa 1910 Experience event, and the company will formally launch the cigars at Total Products Expo.
TPE.
Is that what it is? I thought one of those words was tobacco. Total Products Expo? Is that what
They
it is?
changed it this year,
All right, fair enough.
and I have a feeling they're going to change it again. Whoop, whoop. Yeah,
Well, that's it. That's it for the news arena.
I dig it. Oh.
I don't know why I'm on this close-up cam. It was so that I could show your little boat. Thing's fantastical.
I don't know how long that's been there.
I don't know either. It's dry. It's dry, and it's a little bit of a. I noticed it was a
know how it's
delicate
dry,
wrapper
though.
because right off the initial light, I had a lot of ash flaking, and you might think that that's because of short fill, but I mean, this is the wrapper. So you got a little bit of a delicate wrapper there. Things happen.
Yeah. No, I'm curious though, because like that's been in the humidor at 70% for a while.
Well, maybe it's because of the sudden decrease.
I pulled it out of the humidor and brought it here. I mean, it's not that fast of a decrease.
I don't know.
Hell, I left it in the box with the Bovida in it.
All right.
I like that too.
Send your cards and letters to.
I know a lot of people do it, but they ship all their products have a Bovida in the bottom of the.
I do
the bottom
appreciate
box.
that.
I love when
It's
they do
nice.
that.
Yeah.
It gives you that little bit extra time to let it save itself.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the cigar. I'm coming into that last third now, and now that it amped up a little bit, I like it even more. I feel like it's very subtle at the beginning, but it's really good.
So Colby's updated us. There's 3 dogs and keys stuck in the car. And all I have to say about that is,
Let's get this guy a fucking pupper.
right? It sounds like you need one more.
Yeah, but
One more that's trained on how to unlock the vehicle.
my favorite part though is Pam is suffering because she's locked out of the car with the dogs in it, and Colby's like, "I'm going to see the junkies." She's shit talking over here. I dig it.
She's like, fuck it. AAA will get her.
Right? I wanted to go to the Casa 1910 experience, but
You even offered to me.
yeah, well,
But I don't have a freaking passport.
I don't either.
So, yeah. I got to work
Yeah.
on that.
that looked like a
Part
lot
of
of
the
fun.
resolution.
Looked like a good party. Was gonna.
Hell yeah. All expenses other than the old Tripperino. Yeah, that'd be
just
cool.
cover your airfare. That's it.
Hopefully we'll be open up for some of that stuff next year.
Yeah,
But
better prepared.
yeah, I don't know about all that, but
Not so much.
preparation is not really our thing.
No.
I was doing the show notes when Sam showed up a little early,
Yeah.
and so because of that, I was doing the notes as he approached. But yeah, it's a lot of
But
a lot of shit.
I got my own key now, which is I felt very
you got
felt
the
privilege.
the junkie
Yeah, keys to the-
password kind of
keys to
thing.
the
going
castle.
on. That's right.
Yeah.
Get into the cave.
And then I
anytime
thought I
you need
broke it when I got here. I was like, it's beeping at me.
Right. Yeah. So some of the other upgrades I'm doing, of course, you guys know that I added the nice natural gas heater,
Yeah.
which is awesome. That's why
it's
we're
so
chilling in
toasty right
short
now.
sleeves,
Yeah.
hanging out. We had to turn it down because Sam was a little too
Yeah,
warm.
I was like, it's toasty.
But then I put in a new garage door opener with all the fancy bells and whistles, and there's a projector in here as well. That just every single new person and a lot of repeat guests just smack your head off of
Yeah, it's
every
not
time
great.
they come in. So while I was up there, it's in the exact same place the garage door opener is, and man, that light on the thing is a little bright. You go looking up in that direction, I'm like,
Ooh,
oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it actually does have a
Well,
bit
you
much.
didn't have to
I don't
test
know
me
why
on
I
it.
did, okay?
Sun is bright. Yeah.
Don't look.
Where? Yeah, so basically, there's a mount for it, and I found that I had a little flexibility to. I could kind of effed it up like 3 times first because I tried backing it up to get it so people wouldn't hit their heads, and then it was way too big for the screen. And I'm like, if
Yeah.
I move it back more, it'll be good. And it's like, duh. Further you move it away, the bigger the picture's going to be. So eventually, on like the 3rd try, I got it sorted. It's nice and high. Everything's
Yeah.
cleaned up. I got rid of some of the cobwebs in the area, changed the background appearance a little bit. So we made some upgrades. But this morning, we were working on the whole getting the house in Christmas mode.
Yeah.
That's what Shannon always does on Black Friday. It's get rid of the fall decorations and put out the Christmas stuff. So we were kind of conglomerating to do that. And of course, I had to go to Home Depot this morning because they have a deal on tools, as it is this time of season.
Yep.
And over the summertime, my impact driver, my battery impact driver, had kind of lost its juice and died on me, which is kind of sad because, I've had that thing forever. I got it in 2011. Every single fastener on my deck was done with that impact driver. Every single one of them, bolts, screws, everything.
Oh, wow.
And then I had it for 11 years after that before it finally took a shit on me.
You still have it?
Yeah.
I can rebuild those.
Yeah. Well, I told the wife, I was like, I got to get a replacement. Yeah. And so the best part was she was like, you want that to be your birthday present? And I was like, no. And she's like, oh, you don't want it? I said, no. And she's like, well, why don't you just do your birthday present? And I said, well, let me ask you a question, because we've had this discussion a long time ago, because something that happened with her mom and a boyfriend.
I know where this is going.
Yeah. So I was like, can I get you a vacuum cleaner for your birthday? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, damn right you can't. So why can't you get me this? And she's like, well, I guess I didn't think about it this way. I'm like, this is not a thing I'm excited about. This is a replacement utility.
This is a toll.
This thing has upkept our house and built every project that I've done over the last 11 years.
I've been waiting for my DeWalt one to die. Because I built my whole shed out of it. I built, God, I can't tell you how much framing I've done with that thing.
Yeah.
And it's still kicking.
It was still
it smells bad when it runs.
Smack it and it would work for a little while, but then you'd have to hit it just right. And it's like, this isn't going.
My impact, every time you turn it on, it stinks.
Well, this was like before I had the like a socket impact. This is for driving screws. But I used it for driving a lot of lags and bolts and stuff, right? Because it was all I had for a while.
You do. You use it right. It's not about how well you use a tool. It's how well you use a tool incorrectly that really deems your abilities.
It's for whatever I can make it do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I beat the crap. I was like, listen, we're consolidating all the credit cards and working on the mortgage and stuff. I was like, just let me get this thing and get out of the way. Because I showed her the tool is normally like $167. Right now, you get a drill, which I needed as well. It's just not dead yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's in rough shape.
Same time frame kind of thing.
When I bought that, it was a display.
Oh,
like it was
the one that
like
everybody just sits there and slams.
Well, it was like up in a box somewhere, and I be like, hey, what's up in there? Bring that down there. I'm like, what do you want for that? How about $25? How about 50?
Oh, nice.
All right, cool. So I got the two tools, the carry bag, the charger, which I didn't need another of, but hey, it's nice to have them.
Yeah.
The two batteries for like $149.99.
Yeah.
Where the tool would have been $167.
Yeah.
So it was like fucking winning all the way around. Yeah. Had to do it. So I go to Home Depot, get all the stuff, realize I don't have the credit card. Because it's her card.
All the way back home.
So then I went to McDonald's to get breakfast as I planned to do. That shit took like 45 minutes.
Just to get a quick breakfast.
Get home, get the card, go back out to Home Depot, come back, get some stuff, head up in the living room in the right direction. And then I went to put out some things outside, some lights outside. And then, of course, I needed to go back to Home Depot because she had me get a couple of lights for the bushes and stuff, and I didn't have any outdoor splitters for the extension cord.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to go grab a couple of those. I've never gone to Home Depot one time in a day.
Yeah,
ever.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Never happened, ever. You go to Home Depot, and you leave, and you're like, all right, see you guys in a little while. I'll be back.
Oh.
You can't leave and not forget something.
Yeah.
Never done it in my life. So what are you going to do? Got some things corrected, got some upgrades done. My didn't get near as much done on vacation as I wanted to, but this floor is clean. The upgrades have been made, so it's like we're progressing.
Yeah, we're taking steps in the right direction.
So many things I want to do, and your schedule's tough. My schedule's not so bad, but it's tough to line up.
That's the thing. Like everybody's busy in their own way. Like that's people comment on that a lot, and they're like, "You're always so busy." I'm like, "Yeah, but so are you." Like. You just choose to do different things with your time, but you fill your time.
See, I'm not busy. You're busy, but you do find a way to only attempt to contact me during the 10% of my day that I am busy.
I love that. You said that to me earlier today. You're like, hey, wait, really? Like, again, like every time I call you, it's always, Really now?
That's Sam's superpower is knowing the worst time to call you.
The one time.
Yeah, and I've been good at that from time to time, but it's because I was always driving home during dinner time. My grandma would always be like, "You always call me while I'm feeding my face." It's like, well, I get
That's
off
when
of
I
work
drive.
at dinner time.
Hey, do you want me to call you?
Right?
This is when I can call
It's
you.
when it happens. But Sam can literally just go, okay,
Now.
all right, he's on the phone. He's doing something. Let me call him.
He's
It's
busy.
Like, mother effer, I called you 3 times today. Every single time I got rejected. Now you're calling me back. The one time
But I do always call back.
You do
I
eventually.
it does.
Depending. Sometimes in the evenings you won't.
Yeah.
It'll be the next day.
But
Which
I
is
still
fine.
call back.
Here's the thing. If I really need you, I'll shoot you a text.
Yeah, you'll let me know.
And say, hey, like this is about a thing. Usually it's just like, this is the easiest time. The easiest thing for me to do right now is call you because I'm running between things.
No, and I'm the same way. I rather talk on the phone than text any day.
I hate texting.
Yeah, I do a lot of it, so I hate it even more now.
Yeah.
Like I have friends that they're fine with it. They'll sit there, they'll work from their phone all day, and I'm like, no.
Something else I found out about you today. You're not as easy to get off the phone as I am.
Oh yeah,
You were like going into this thing, and I'm
even-
like, bro, I'm like trying to do all
I
these
didn't
things. to
even
get ready.
pick
I'm
up
gonna
on it.
See you in a half an hour, and I'm like, I finally just had to say it. I'm like, bro, you could tell me that when you get here.
Yep.
I got to get ready. All right.
Yeah. Well, and same thing, right? So as soon as you like laid it out and made it obvious, it was like, oh, okay, bye. Like I'll let you go. I just didn't realize it was time.
But he seemed like hurt though. He was like, oh.
But no, I was surprised that I couldn't like because as soon as you said it, I was like, shit, I did do that, huh?
So one thing about me is I could talk to you on the phone for an hour and a half. If like I don't have anything else going on, if I'm doing a long drive, whatever, I'll talk to you forever. I can talk on the phone, no problem. But whenever you make it clear that you got to go,
Yeah.
I'm gone before you know it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
out.
scary. Yeah. It's
It's
just,
like-
you're still expecting the like, well, hey man, I'm sorry, I gotta wrap up, but this last
Click.
thing, and you're
Wait,
like, hey,
I'm
what?
talking to
Hello?
nobody. Oh shit, he left. Oh, okay. That was easy.
Yeah, don't make it clear that you got to go until you got to go.
Until you
'Cause
gotta go.
As soon as you make it obvious that like, oh no, I got to get. I'm okay. See you. Bye. I will interrupt you telling me that you have to get off the phone.
If there's one more thing to say, you're not going to get that opportunity.
No, it's the door shut.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. It's my superpower.
I don't
Getting
actually
off the
want
phone.
much more, but I do want to know how the Belvany is with it because I was like,
You can ring my balcony. I don't know.
Well, no, I was like when we were looking at what scotches you had, I'm like, and I just went for this because it's always, I mean, it's a good neutral scotch. And I was like, hopefully it works.
I was grabbing the page, feeling like we had to get there, but man, we don't need to be in a rush.
No, we're boogieing though.
We're okay. Yeah, we're trying to keep it a little tight today, but not have to be in a rush. Just trying to kind of stay on top of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. It's kind of trying to think. I feel like I should have more to talk about. I really should. Just like I said, not squeezing. You have a vacation. You think I'm going to do all these things. You don't do half of them.
Yeah.
No.
You can't do it.
I was like, man, I got so much time. I could do this, and this. I find out I will have to go back to work a day early, which is fine. Gonna go rifle hunting this weekend.
Nice.
For one day at least. Went after I went to the leather shop on Monday. That was the first couple of days. It was like running. Went from Bethel to Latrobe to Ian's shop. From there to Cannonsburg to the shooting range.
Oh shit.
To shoot rifles with Uncle Artie and his son. Got the rifle sighted and all that stuff. So that was cool. And then it's like I went to the House of Feruza event, which was really cool. I learned that I need to enter every single cigar raffle there is because I've won like every one that I've done in the last 12 months. Starting at the one where we all won at Stotch's place. Remember, we all won shit that day.
We just kept winning, like to the point where I was like, "Look, just give it to the next guy."
Yeah, we
this
don't
time.
even want it.
I felt bad.
Then I won the big prize at the Aladino event, which was the bourbon and the cigars, which was freaking amazing.
Yep.
And then I won the badass new Leaning House ashtray at the House of Feruza event, so that was super awesome. And then we met up with Chichingo and Patty and Dougie Doug and a lot of the other junkies out at Stotch's Place again on Wednesday for the Smoking Blues. Which was awesome as always.
Yeah.
If you haven't been there, you should definitely check it out the next time they got show happening there. They're not doing them weekly, I don't think anymore, but you can keep up with that on Facebook.
They're not doing them weekly. I didn't realize that.
Well, they'd kind of stopped for a while. I think their expectation was it was kind of like just a break. They were kind of reorganizing some things. So I don't know if it's going to go back to weekly or biweekly, but well, we'll keep you kids posted anyway.
Yeah, but no, that's always such a good time down there. I was upset I missed it, but at the same time, after waking up at like 4:00 in the morning the next day, I'm glad I missed it because I would not have gotten home early and gotten to bed at a decent time.
Yeah, for sure.
There, that place is hard to leave once you get there. It's always just a blast.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is for me. I never have any problems leaving anywhere, particularly if the wife's not feeling it. It's like, okay, let's go.
Let's roll. Yeah.
She's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, no, let's fucking get out.
Yeah, if you're not having fun, there's no point in being
here's the thing, dude. Like, I am so happy with how just willing she's been to come to all these things. It started with the live concert series on the deck at the Leaning House, where she kind of started to figure out, first of all, that these events could be cool.
Yeah.
And wouldn't matter to her that it was a cigar, focused thing, like, cigar centric, but still some other shit happening for her. But the people, you know what I mean? Like meeting Jeff and Chris and Dave and Kara. Oh, you walk in, it's like, cheers, man. Everyone's like, Shannon, Corey, fucking, it's instant. And it goes all back to what we always say, the people and the cigar community are just amazing. And my wife's like looking at it, she's like, we have like 10. I feel like I have 10 more friends in the last year because of this.
Because of cigars, yeah.
Yeah. And so it's been really cool. And so I'm like, no, I'm always so happy when you're willing to go to any of these things. So the very moment, and she had like a headache or whatever. It wasn't like the other thing was that we ended up moving our seats around a couple of times because the first place we sat was not conducive to socialization. Like we were on a side table staring at a wall.
Oh yeah.
Like had to break your neck to watch the music.
I sat there once.
So then we moved up to the front and then it was like really loud. You couldn't talk to anybody. And then freaking Chichingo and Patty are sitting there on their phones the whole time. I'm like talking to my wife. I'm like, fucking millennials.
Yeah, right.
Get off your phones. Be in the moment.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. So yeah, I don't know. It was like you couldn't really talk to anybody where we were at, and we'd seen the show a bunch of times before, so it was like, no, let's get moving. It's cool.
No, when it's time, it's time.
Yeah, they're not always going to be magic.
Yeah, well, that's another thing for going down there is, I mean, it's an hour each way for me.
Yeah, I think that's for me. But
yeah, I mean, by the time because I got to run 51 from south of Elizabeth all the way up, and by the time I get down there, it's like, all right, I smoke a whole cigar on my way. So it's usually I smoke a cigar, I get there, I smoke a cigar there, I leave, I smoke a cigar on the way home. Like,
oh yeah,
like that's how much time I usually end up being able to spend there because like, all right, I got to get back home.
Yeah, for sure.
Kids, wife, life, all that, and it's Wednesday nights, which this week's good because Turkey Day, but other than that,
yeah, that was one of those things too. They started late too. Like normally you get in there. We'll show up at 7 and like they're already blasting music. We showed up and like nobody was even on stage yet. Like everyone's taking their time because you figure nobody's got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, nobody had anywhere to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they had places to go, but they didn't have to be up at like 6 a.m. unless they were the one cooking the turkey, maybe.
Right.
Jeff Scales, I could see waking up, no pants on, just putting on his apron and his hat.
He was like play-by-play throughout his day yesterday on Facebook. It was hysterical. Just like, I guess people are coming over now. It's time for pants. Talking about his turkey, his Macy's Day Parade that he's watching, Netflix or this. Like, he was all about it yesterday, man.
Yeah, it's nice to get a little window into Jeff's life.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. We all do what we do.
Hell yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get into it, Tim.
Oh, it slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
Did you notice that with yours?
I think I'm talking a little much.
Okay. Yeah, mine slowed down a good bit.
Yeah, I feel like I'm half lit right now. I had to do one relight. That was not the cigar's fault. One of the drawbacks of doing a podcast, you got to keep speaking.
Yeah, keep going.
All right, let's look at the events coming up. We ain't got a ton of them, but Thursday, December the 1st at Smoke Cigar Shop in Bridgeville, we have the Oliva event with Oliva Josh, cigars, food, drinks, giveaways, and raffles throughout the evening. Raffles. I'm here for the waffle.
The waffle?
Yeah.
Here for the waffle? What a waffle?
Yeah. Did you understand the reference?
No, I know it, but I can't remember what it is. What's that?
Barry Kripke on Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
It's like Sheldon's trying to get to new friends. And so it's like, okay, let's go through everybody and why you're here. Zach's like, I'm Zach, and can you come back to me?
Yeah.
He go to Barry. He's like, yeah, my name's Barry. I'm here because you said there would be a waffle.
Yeah.
He's like, we'll do that at the end. He's like, okay, one more question. Like, you have to be present to win. Damn.
I knew I'd heard it, but I didn't remember what it was from.
Well, I'm gonna have to show up because I'm down about the waffles right now.
The waffles, yeah, it's all you.
I'm crushing the waffles.
The waffle.
Also on Thursday, December the 1st, at the Blind Fox, we've got the holiday party with Stolen Throne Cigars. Santa Lee Marsh from Stolen Thrones will be on hand and offering specials on all of their lines. And his favorite elf, Bill Coyne, will have bourbon tasting and free food just for you. So make sure you show up and support the best cigar bar in Dormont.
Yeah, I am going to try and make it down to that one. I haven't been to one of Bill's events yet.
Sunday, December the 4th, live at noon, you can catch the Cigar Media crossover event of the century. Sunday. The Cigar Junkies go beyond the humidor with our counterparts over on the West Coast. Is the train wreck that you did not know that you wanted.
I'm excited for it. I don't know about you.
I think it'll be a good time. It's going to be a fiasco. I can tell
Perfect.
you that right now, dude. It is going to be drama and chaos and incarnate.
The best part is that's going to be like their actual episode for their week.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's going to be what they're putting out. In case anybody's not familiar with Beyond the Humidor, it'll be Beyond the Humidor is the name of the podcast we're going to be doing the crossover with. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you check them out. They're available on pretty much all the same platforms we are. And I think they have a pretty big YouTube presence also, which we're on YouTube. But
also, I'm pretty sure one of them is Mike Goltz's father.
they're related in some way, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's definitely some connections happening in that shallow ass gene pool.
Yeah, Mike and Scott are definitely related.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. So I don't know, how are we doing that? Are we doing back to backs? Is that the deal? Are we doing our show proper as well?
No, we'll do our show proper on
That's kind
the
of
second.
I kind of thought we were going to go back. It kind of somebody loses there when you go back to back,
Right.
But
Yeah, we'll do our show normal on the second, and then on
they got money. We're going to get them to fly over here.
at some point,
or I'll jump on the VW van or whatever it is, the Winnebago.
Yeah,
They can all party on
freaking
over.
Dude, that thing is massive. It's a bus. Like he bought a bus.
He's overcompensating for something, I think.
Good for him. He's at that point in his life. His kids are out and all that jazz. Now he's getting to have all the fun he wanted. But no, we're gonna do their show and do their recording. That won't be live for our people. So if you're gonna want to hear that part, you guys are gonna have to check them out. And then we'll do our live afterwards, which will just be a half hour, 40 minutes of live just for fun. And then our normal show will be out, 2 days before that.
So I was doing some looking at specifications on, Corey's still looking at the new truck in April.
Yeah.
And so I have a 14 right now. 0 to 60 time on that is like 9.3 seconds or something.
Okay.
The 2022, which is the one that I anticipate getting, is 0 to 60 in like 6.7 or 6.1 maybe.
Wow.
I think the 2023 is like 5.7 or no, it was something, but it's like 6.1 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like back in my day, Porsche was like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
In the 90s,
Yeah,
grow it up. Your supercars were like 0 to 60 in 6 seconds was fast.
Yeah. What's the Tesla 1.8?
Oh, it's so stupid.
Like crazy.
But the Ram TRX is 0 to 60 in 3.7.
And that's a truck. Like
3.7, dude.
Yeah.
That is
my buddy's
disgusting.
My buddy's Kia is like 2 seconds flat.
That's
He got the
insane.
electric Kia, and I'm like, oh, what? Really, a Kia? So
Yeah, the problem is when people don't know how to control them.
yeah,
And you just see somebody going and then hard bank into a fucking telephone pole.
I love that it's always a Mustang.
Dude, so often.
It's always a Mustang in the videos. It makes me smile and laugh. Not that I have anything against Mustangs, but just
Actually, that's one of my favorite muscle cars.
yeah.
Really, is like I'd probably go Mustang over Challenger just
Dude,
because I like the
hate
smaller
the
base
new
of
one.
it. The new Mustang?
The new Mustang. It's like
You
that
know, all the Challengers are gonna like all of that shit's gonna be all electric moving forward.
Mhm.
This is gonna be, I think 23 is gonna be the last year for the Hemi.
So in 2000, I think it was 10, a lot of the performance shops had basically all agreed like they were going to stop working on gasoline engines because they had actually reached a point of mechanical limits. Like gasoline can only explode so fast.
Sure.
No matter how they atomize it. So they were going to start moving to diesel because you don't have to worry about spark timing. So they were going to start moving to diesel production cars, and then the electric revolution came over, and everybody's like, maybe not. So they
until the grid fails.
Yeah, right.
Nobody has
Dude,
any electricity.
The whole thing cracks me up. Like, I'm all for the electric vehicles, but let's not pretend that it's a more sustainable, better system. Like the electricity comes from somewhere.
Not only that, but they're garbage after like 6 years. Like when you have to replace the battery in that thing, it's a paperweight.
Dude, I think
you're going to see the electric cars in this country are going to become, it's going to be like Cuba. So like, you know how like Cuba has like all the 1950s cars that they just put a modern engine in so that they don't have to get new cars. It's going to be electric cars that have been retrofitted with gasoline engines because they're going to be useless with the freaking batteries.
What is it? When an electric car catches on fire, I think they said it's hard to put, it takes an average of 10,000 gallons of water to put out a regular car fire. It takes up, it's something like 40,000 gallons to quench, not put out an electric car fire. They've actually submerged them in water and is burned for 30 days underwater. Like, now that's obviously a worst case scenario, but you're burning lithium. Like,
it's not good.
It's not a great thing. So like safety wise, yeah, you might be better off on some aspects, but you could kill a lot of people if it caught on fire. That's a bad day.
Yeah.
And then honestly, like the practices of mining the lithium cannot be.
No,
Like,
it's not good.
I see a lot about it that says it's
good.
bad, and I'm not sure it's not propaganda one way or another, but it can't be good. Like, you're digging in the earth for this stuff. It's the same as digging for coal.
Not only that, but how do you feel sitting on your high horse when you're in your Tesla, sitting at the gas station, getting charged up on your diesel generator? Thank you.
Yeah.
So their diesel generator just plume of smoke out in
over
the
there
air,
powering you. Like, oh, congratulations, you're saving the environment.
Oh yeah, killing it,
dude. Like, if you buy it because you think it's cool, and if you just like the feel of driving them, because it is unique to drive an electric car, it feels completely different. It's cool.
Not only that, but it's like, okay, maybe you're saving some money in the long haul on gas. Maybe
that's my buddy. I just said he bought his, and he doesn't drive much. I mean, they don't put a lot of miles on to begin with. What's happening, Tommy Elridge? I'm Elridge,
Idaho,
from Idaho. What's going on, brother? Welcome to the party. Good to see a fresh face.
Smuggling potatoes.
Smuggling them spuds.
I
don't know why that amused me so much. I don't know why
Master Yoda just chimed in there.
That's
do or do not. There is no fry.
But no, I just, like, it's really cool. But he was telling me, like, he did the math on it. He's like, it cost him next to nothing to charge it. And for the frequency that he drives, he's like, I haven't bought gas in months, and now his kids all fit in the car.
Oh yeah,
so like they use it.
Like, they're nice,
and
they're fast
laid
and quiet,
out,
and they drive themselves and shit.
And they have a frunk, so I mean that's always nice.
Hey,
I mean you got to have a frunk.
You can't be a good haircut every time. That's why I feel like that sounds like.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, you want to get a good haircut, but you got a frunk.
Got to
mess it up. It's like
you
bangs.
got frunked, bro.
Bangs or something for a dude. I don't know.
The last couple of haircuts I got. So there's a little barbershop right down the bottom of the hill from me. And I love going down to those guys, but they're same thing. They're always slammed. And when I have time to go get a haircut, I go get a haircut. Like, that's just, my kid likes doing it. If we have the opportunity, we go. The Idaho Cigar Cartel. I did not realize the Idaho Cigar Cartel was a thing. Please do tell us more about said cartel.
A lot of denim in that cartel, I bet.
I bet you they would.
Carhartt.
Maybe
Carhartt. Okay. Everybody's wearing Carhartt duck bibs.
If they showed up in Finleyville, do you think they'd fit in? Or
I think it'd be all right.
You don't think they get called Elton John?
I mean, as long as they don't have any bedazzled overalls, I think it'd be all right.
Yeah, it's probably the bedazzling that causes the issue in that scenario.
That or the just the perfect porcelain skin.
Yeah, so. that or the combination of all. Like, who knows? Not sure.
Oh, could be.
Something along those lines. Did we read the background on ADVentura? I think we skipped that.
Yeah, I think we skipped it. You can hit it now.
Give it a shot.
Give a read for Sam every once in a while.
Yeah. ADVentura Cigars is a cooperation between Henderson Ventura of Tabacalera. Why do I that word gets me every single
Always
time.
A good idea to have Sam do a read.
Tabacalera, William Ventura in Dominican Republic, and Marcel Nobel of Switzerland. ADVentura retells the story of the origins of tobacco from the old world to new and back again with the explorer, the navigator, the conqueror, the royal return, and now the chapters turn a bit darker and more aggressive with the new Barbarossa invasion. They also have the King's Gold. If there's one thing we can say about ADV, it's we're here to stay. Henderson is considered the youngest master blender in the industry and responsible for blends of some of the most well-known brands on the market today. Marcel is a cigar retailer, tobacconist, and certified wine sommelier with a background in marketing. Sommelier.
Gotta get excited at the end. Sommelier.
Yay. With a background in marketing. Together, the goal is to personally personify Dominican passion with Swiss precision. And we were supposed to have Mr. Henderson on the show, but as a lot of you guys know, there is they had a catastrophe and their factory burnt down and they're in the process of rebuilding, and we had to reschedule for a later date that is yet unknown.
I heard somebody parked their Tesla too close to the factory.
Right, that's probably what it was. Too soon? That's why it burned for 90 days and 30 nights.
So I got to ask, Greg Perry jumps in here. Do you have any idea what OHBHE is?
Oh, he has bedazzled.
Oh,
yeah.
Greg Perry got the bedazzled overalls.
He hit a B instead of the.
That might be the new merch.
The new
Just
merch,
bedazzled overalls.
But like top.
So what's up, junkies? No like right across the ass cheeks,
and then just juicy underneath.
That's right. Tommy Elridge says we support all brick and mortar cigar lounges in the state. OB
of Idaho.
Yeah, that's probably just a typo of Idaho and other states. Traveling with cigars. Hashtag.
Greg said no. Tommy does.
All right.
So Tommy, I'm guessing you are familiar with Mr. Perry because
it sounds like it.
Yeah, it's appearing that way.
It sounds like maybe Greg Perry's got some of those bedazzle marks. You ever wake up in the morning, you got pillow marks on your face? I just imagine something with the bedazzle.
Just a bedazzle mark on there.
Yeah, like on the belly button or something.
Why on the belly button? Why'd you go there?
Just sort through it. You'll get there.
I think I got it. And I just necessary.
Is anything really necessary on the show?
Necessary.
Bumped it up a little high.
Yeah.
That's going to be something I'm going to have to edit down later.
Anytime anyone says necessary, I think necessary. Is it necessary that I drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile and I like the way it tastes.
Oh, okay.
You did not understand that reference.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey.
It's from Dodgeball.
Okay.
Yes.
I do like that movie, but I did not remember that one, though. That felt kind of like a Dwight from The Office.
Oh, yeah.
It really did feel like one of his diatribes.
I was trying to not, because normally, like, in my mind, I try and do the Rip Torn voice, which is, not a one that's actually in my repertoire, but I feel like I would have given it away a little too much.
That's what she said.
Well, she's a hoe.
Yeah.
So the Idaho Cigar Cartel.
It's such a hell of a mix of words.
Yeah, well, you got the Loomis Cigar Cartel. You got
there's a lot of the cartels out there. I feel like we came in original with the junkies.
What's up, junkie?
Like, it's derogatory, but it's us. It fits, damn it.
I didn't tell you what else I got.
He's reaching into his bag of tricks.
My house blend samples.
I'm
excited to get going on this. We got 3 different ones in here. I got 3 of each one to try, which I have to sit down and rate, but I got to let them sit for like 3 or 4 days.
He's from our homeboy that loves the cigar cave. One of our
Chris Weber.
I didn't know if we wanted to announce it.
No, that's fine.
Trying to downplay it.
No, we're working on them together. I mean,
it's okay for you to have a secret. I try to have a secret, and you got to put that shit out there.
But it's my secret. It's kind of my secret.
Takes back to the 90s commercial deodorant. It's my secret.
Yeah. Smells
strong
like
enough
Spirit.
for a man. Made for a woman.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
I got to play it every week just to.
I was like, Emilio!
You do it over top of it. It's my favorite part.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I get so excited about it. You know what we should do? So for Christmas, there's always the celebrities that you can reach out to for
the cards,
like the cards and all that.
Yeah, like Gilbert Gottfried.
We should see if Will Ferrell's on any of those sites and see if we can get him to go cha-chingo, cha-chingo, cha-chingo.
It would only be good if we had them both, though. Got to get the little giggle at the end.
It does help, but we can add that to it.
Yeah,
we have the giggle.
That's true.
We got to get it chichingified.
Yeah, we could just edit it all together, just have it sound terrible, like things from different movies combined together.
Just do it.
Yeah, just
that's pretty much what that is. But it was good cut.
Oh, you could get him to dress up in his elf costume. Be good.
I don't know how much you can really direct them. I think you basically just tell them what you want them to say, and they say it into a camera, and that's it.
I feel like he'd probably just show up in the elf costume anyway. It's Christmas.
Yeah, my buddy's wife got him the cast of Letterkenny.
I think Will Ferrell is actually too big of a celebrity for that, but the other actor probably has nothing.
Chris Kattan.
Yeah,
I
feel like that guy sitting at home just waiting for someone to push the button,
waiting for work.
Come on, man.
Two best friends in the whole wide world. Sorry, Tom Yelledge said, "Best friends. They know each other. Besties."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something's happening there.
You were debating on going further with that. I'm glad.
Sometimes I'm just trying to go. Okay, what am I doing here? Do I have anything?
Nah, we'll let that one out.
Sometimes I've got these sparks. Sometimes I don't. You know.
Yeah. Well, there's one name in particular I want to see how you pronounce on the next list.
Are there any letters in it?
No. There's a whole lot of squiggly lines that I'm just curious. How that's enunciated.
It's just like hieroglyphs.
I believe it's called Arabic, but yeah.
To me, it's just squigglies. I don't freaking know.
Squigglies.
Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it, yeah? We would like to welcome the new members of the group. Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Facebook group. Pacific Cigar China. Adam Watson. Steve Jones. S with a period underneath of it.
Two periods.
J. G.
Wentworth.
I was going to say quarter note, half note, snake, exclamation point, tuning fork.
Let's just call him John.
Yeah. Hey, John. Good to see you.
We're going with
Thanks
John.
for coming in. Greg Waltmeyer, Segura rep. Okay.
Yeah.
Jax Payne. That's made up, right? Somebody was like playing a lot of video games and was like Jax Payne.
Yeah, his profile does strike me as that.
What was the one that Homer did? Max Power.
Max
You got it
Power,
off like the battery. Max Power. All about cigars. Angelique Angel Cruz, Havana on 25 Cigar Lounge. Whoop, whoop.
Right. Welcome to the party.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Welcome to the show.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, kind of a quiet week. Kind of like a chill episode. I like it though. Every once in a while, it's cool to not come in hot, just to be able to chill.
No, yeah, it's definitely
go over the week. And
nothing over the top. Doing it up.
Didn't have any big any tirades that we went off on this week as we did last week.
No, we really stayed on point this week. It's kind of strange. I think we talked about the cigar at least 10 times as much as we normally do.
Why? And I don't even remember talking about it at all.
Perfect.
Everything in this show is just in one ear out the other for me.
It kind of just happens.
If I ever actually listened to the show or watched it, it would just be a complete surprise every time.
You're like, oh, that was
no idea what's coming.
You'd be like, hey.
So, what did you watch in your time at home? That you got to watch some stuff. Did you watch anything in particular?
I don't actually know what I watched last night.
You have no idea.
I honestly, dude, I just sat down and zoned out and just enjoyed the quiet. I wasn't watching it. I was just hanging out with my dogs mostly. So I had the TV on for background noise.
I saw every once in a while, if you're scrolling through the reels on Facebook, I get trapped in those sometimes. I'll just be scrolling, I'll pop into one, and then just 15 of those things later, I'm like,
dude, no,
I should probably wipe and flush.
I get caught in that trap more often than
well, there was one with Christopher Walken, and it was a cut of the movie that I need you to watch, which is Pull Hall Junkies.
Yeah.
I was like, cool. For a not very well known movie or accessible movie, at least there's clips floating around out there.
Anything really with Walken's going to have clips.
I just feel like, man, I got to get somebody to watch that damn movie. I tried to get Evan to watch it and didn't work out. Tried to use it, but I do have
Greg, you got homework before Sunday. You got to watch that movie so that Corey has someone to talk to about
give Sam the Cliff Notes.
Yeah, he's got to watch it before Sunday. Then you
here, $20. Just do the report for me.
Yeah, $20.
Well, the projector's set up in here now, so nice. Someday we could just do the chill in the movie night cave and throw something on in the background. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
dude, it's such a good movie, dude. There's so much in that movie that you're going to be like, oh my god, this is incredible. A lot of it is stuff that we can't say, just because of our ethnicity.
Oh, it's
but
a bit slanderous.
Gold. It's
That's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. There's some parts in there, and he's like, okay, just to try to get any of it, I'm going to use the clarification of the N word is how I'm going to say. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I think that's okay. Yeah. I think I could do that. But they're in this all black pool club. These two white guys, they're hustling them, right?
Right.
And he's like, all right, that's enough of that. You ain't gonna play him no more. You're gonna play my N-word Charles. He goes, but he says it like with the hard G and the hard R. He's like, my N-word Charles. He's like, no. He's like, what do you mean? You said my N-word Charles. No, that's not how, stop that.
That's not how you
He's like yelling at him. He's like, you can't say that word. He's like, why? He said, first of all, you don't say it right. And second of all, you don't be knowing Charles. I do. He's like, you do? He's like, yeah, I know Charles since he was knee-high to a duck. He's like, just play pool, honky.
Shit.
It's so good that they go to the bathroom and there's a speech of like, man, it's one thing to take a man's money, but it's another thing to make him take his money and make him like it.
Make him like it.
He's like, you're sitting in there like insulting the guys to their face and freaking just whooping their asses
laughing.
and they love you.
Yeah.
It's like, that's an art.
Greg asked what, and I was saying the movie Pool Hall Junkies.
Greg asked what jot.
What's that? What's that? No, I was talking about the movie Pool Hall Junkies. I don't have time to watch it before we do our show. And
the biggest obstacle you have is you just can't find it on a streaming service.
Oh, really?
Like you probably find a cut on YouTube, but I do have a Blu-ray. I've never tested it because I ordered it just because I was like, I got to find a way to get this movie. People. You're gonna watch it. You're gonna have a screening.
Well, yeah, you that's right. You offered me to have it, and I was like, I don't have a Blu-ray player. I don't have any way to play a DVD at all anymore.
No,
I think I have an old CD, like USB CD ROM for the computer, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't do Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It's quite old.
It's an obstacle to be sure.
Yeah, man, that definitely is. So, what are your final thoughts now that you're coming down to the last little bit on her?
It's a good cigar. I think it loses some points, not to its own fault, but because of my relights. I think it lost a little bit of something.
Yeah, like you torched some of it out.
Usually you'd expect it to build up a little bit at the end, but we must have had tips out. It's lightening up at the end. It's getting a little milder. But it's still a good cigar. It's still interesting. This is definitely a cigar that I would never shy away from having. I would pick up another one. Dude, if there were 3 left in the box, I'd buy them last 3 just to get the boat.
Just for the boat.
Because the boat's freaking amazing. Oh yeah, dude, we're gonna have fun with that.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful,
dude. We could put little Corey and Chichingo in there. They could be sailing the seas. Oh yeah, we could do that. We can make little paper sailor hats for him.
Ahoy, motherfucker!
Maybe an eye patch for Chichingo. Just black out one of his glasses.
I feel like the eye patch would work better on little Corey.
Probably would.
What if we put an eye patch on the silly sausage?
We could do that too.
Yeah, just have him like behind.
Just wonder how he got his eye poked out.
Careful when you're playing with your sausage, boys.
Sausage on sausage. Violence never solved anything.
No, I really enjoyed it. I had to do one touch up because the burn got a little wonky.
A little taste of M&Ms.
I think that's the dark chocolate she was describing to us. That's probably where you got that. But I definitely got dark chocolate the whole way through. I like the saltiness of the peated scotch was definitely a good contrast to it. It was a good complement to it. Not contrast, compliment is what I meant to say. I did have to do touch up, but it was at that spot that I showed you where the wrapper had kind of pulled away. It just burned faster there. So, I mean, that's to be expected. Overall, fantastic. I have not had a bad cigar from them yet. I'm excited to do another one on the show.
No, actually, I never heard of these guys until Seth Jones sent us a couple in our care package.
So that one that he sent us in the care package?
That purple one.
It was an event-only cigar. They don't make it anymore. We can't get them anymore.
We got some pool. People that watch cable tool shows on channel 526. Right.
I asked them for it when I was at the show, and I'm like, "Hey, this is the one that I want." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you can't get that one." And I'm like, "But that's."
What if I order enough, man? Like that could be.
No. He's like, there are no more. There
could be,
and then their factory burned down. So
yeah, that is like the best excuse you could have is be like, "Oh no, like we wrote down the recipe in the factory that burned down."
Yeah, sorry,
just to get you off my back.
Yeah, I want another one of those. That was really good. The King's Gold is fantastic. Also, that one's really good. The Navigator, I don't know if I've had it or not. And then Barbara Rose Revenge is supposed to be phenomenal, and it's back ordered, so I haven't gotten that one in yet. And that's going to be back ordered for a while, from what I understand. That one's going to be tough.
Gonna be tough to get.
Gonna be a tough one.
Such a toughie.
It's a tough guy.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend this stick. This is not the ideal circumstances for me to smoke it. And like you can see, you burned through yours a little quicker than me, just because I guess I was just rambling on.
I generally smoke a little faster than you too. Unless you're on a Rothschild, I generally smoke a little bit faster than you.
Well, I think, I don't know if this is
It might be
shining the best light on me, but I think I probably talk a little bit more during the show.
No.
Well, I'm doing the reads. When you do the reads, that's the thing.
There's a significant amount of time that goes into that part.
Yeah, so you guys make sure that you check in with us every Friday at 6 p.m. on the Cigar Junkies podcast Facebook group, and you can interact with us just like Tommy Elridge, Greg Perry.
It's Elridge. There's no R. We both said it the wrong way.
I can put in an R if I want an R.
I just figured
it's my show. There could be an R. There are R's everywhere. R. I knew it was coming.
It makes sense because of the boat.
That's right.
The boat.
The boot.
It's not about the boat.
It's all of a sudden it's Canadian boot.
It's not about the boat. I don't know why.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, next week is going to be a long anticipated show for me.
Corey's so excited. I still haven't.
We're gonna have to get some more peated scotch.
Yeah,
that's gonna be someone's gonna have to go to the store.
Yeah,
we'll be smoking the Kavanagh from the unfortunately now gone Hammer and Sickle cigars. One of my favorites of all time. It is a shame. It is a shame. But yeah, make sure that you guys hop on the galaxyboutique.com where you can use the code Junkies and get free shipping on anything site-wide. That's where you get these lovely t-shirts that we're wearing right here. And what do you got for the kids?
Salud.
Salud.